My friend, the world is full of noise. Every moment, countless distractions pull at your attention. But remember this, focus is the sharpest weapon you own. It is sharper than talent, stronger than luck, more valuable than opportunity. Without focus, time slips away like water through your hands. With focus, every drop becomes a river of power. My friend, the greatest battle you will ever fight is not against others, but against distraction. Every day, the world pulls you in 1,000 directions. Your phone rings, messages arrive, people demand your attention, ideas swirl in your mind. In this endless chaos, your energy is scattered. But hear this truth: the sharper your focus, the stronger your life becomes. Distractions are like thieves. They do not ask permission before entering. They steal silently, and before you realize it, hours have been lost. Time that could have been used to build your dream, to shape your body, to sharpen your mind, to create something of value, already slipped away. When you do not cut the noise will cut you away from your purpose. Look closely at your day. How much of it belongs to you, and how much of it belongs to the distractions that surround you? To maximize time, you must learn to separate what serves you from what steals from you. Cutting the noise does not mean rejecting life. It means choosing life. It means making decisions with clarity. It means knowing that every moment you give to what is unimportant is a moment you cannot give to what is essential. The one who masters this principle does not become cold or detached. He becomes free. When you sit to work, do not allow yourself to be everywhere. Be present. Do not chase the endless voices calling your name. Be silent within. Let your energy flow into one task, one purpose, one step. A river that spreads in all directions becomes shallow and weak. A river that flows in one direction becomes deep and unstoppable. That is the power of cutting noise. Noise does not only come from outside, also comes from within. The doubts in your mind, the fears you carry, the thoughts that wander endlessly, these too are distractions. You must train your inner world the same way you train your body. Bring discipline to your thinking. When your mind begins to wander, bring it back. When fear rises, remind yourself of your purpose. When excuses appear, cut them off. Inner mastery is what makes outer focus possible. To cut the noise, you must also be ruthless with your environment. If your phone distracts you, put it aside. If your surroundings are filled with chaos, create a space of stillness. If the people around you are constantly pulling you away from your goals, learn to say no. Not out of anger, but out of clarity. Every no you say to distraction is a yes you give to your future, is a discipline that must be repeated daily. No one masters focus in a single day, but each time you resist distraction, your weapon grows sharper. Each time you cut away the unnecessary, you become stronger. Each time you silence the noise, your time becomes your own. And soon, you will notice that what once stole your hours now has no power over you. This is not easy, my friend, but it is necessary. Because without cutting the noise, you cannot maximize time. And without maximizing time, you cannot fulfill your potential. The greatest lives are not built on scattered effort, they are built on concentrated energy. Your purpose requires the best of you, not the fragments left behind after distraction. So be still, be clear, cut the noise, and when you do, your focus will rise like a blade, sharp, unbreakable, and ready to carve the future you were born to live. My friend, focus without direction is like a sharpened sword that swings wildly in the air. It may cut, but it does not conquer. To maximize your time, you must learn the art of defining your target. Without a target, energy is wasted. You rise early, you work hard, you fill your days with movement. Yet when the evening comes, you ask yourself, what have I truly achieved? A river without a course becomes a swamp, but a river that knows its destination cuts through mountains. So it is with your time. It must have a destination. It must have a purpose. It must have a clear target that gives your focus meaning. To define your target is to decide who you are becoming and where you are going. Many people are busy, but few are progressing. Busyness without direction is simply noise. It feels like work, but it does not create growth. You must be bold enough to ask yourself, what is it that I truly seek? What do I want my life to look like 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Until you answer this question, your time will be wasted on things that do not matter. A weapon in the hand of a master always strikes the heart of the target. But a weapon in the hand of one without aim only strikes the air. When you define your target, you begin to measure your actions against your purpose. Suddenly, choices become clear. You no longer say yes to every invitation. You no longer give energy to every distraction. You know what moves you closer to your goal, what pulls you further away. This is not about being selfish. It is about being precise. A person who does not know his target is like a leaf blown in the wind, carried wherever life pushes him. The one who knows his target becomes like an arrow, moving straight and strong toward destiny. Targets must be clear, not vague. Do not say, I want to be successful. Ask yourself, what does success mean for me? Do not say, I want to be happy. Ask yourself, what creates happiness for me? Find it. Shape it. Put it into words so your mind can grasp it and your focus can serve it. Clarity is power. A mind that is clear on its target is like a fire that burns without smoke. Pure, direct, unstoppable. When you rise each morning, remind yourself your target. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Carry it in your heart as you move through your day. Every decision you face will then be weighed against it. Does this action take me closer to my target, or does it push me away? This conversation bring me growth, or does it waste my time? Does this habit build my future, or does it destroy it? When you define your target, you no longer live by accident. You live by design. But remember, my friend, a target must be aligned with your true self. Do not choose a goal because others applaud it. Do not chase what society tells you to chase. Look within and find what your spirit longs for. Only then will your focus find its true power. If your target is false, your focus will fade. When your target is true, your focus will become unshakable. Time is the most precious resource you will ever hold. To waste it is to waste life itself. Defining your target gives time meaning. It tells each moment where to go, instead of letting each moment slip away. When you know your target, your life becomes sharp, your energy becomes concentrated, and your destiny begins to take shape before your eyes. My friend, so many people wait for the grand opportunity, the perfect moment, great stage to appear before they act. They tell themselves, when the right time comes, I will begin. But the truth is, life is not built on rare occasions. It is built on small moments. These moments may seem insignificant, yet they hold the true power of transformation. To maximize your time, you must master the small moments, for they are the foundation upon which great achievements are built. A mountain is not lifted in one day. It is climbed step by step. A book is not written in one breath. It is shaped word by word. A body is not strengthened in a single workout. It is built through daily discipline. Every small action is a seed, and when you honor these seeds, you plant the harvest of your future. The one who waits for the extraordinary moment loses the ordinary moment that was already extraordinary. Think about this. How many minutes are lost each day in hesitation, in idleness, in scrolling without thought, in conversations without meaning? Those minutes may look small, but when gathered together, they become hours, and when hours are gathered, they become years. And suddenly, you look back and realize you have given away the most precious gift you had, time. But when you master the small moments, you begin to see that every minute matters. You no longer treat time carelessly, for you understand that what you do in this moment shapes the next. The mastery of small moments is not about pressure, but about awareness. It is learning to be fully present. When you study, study with your whole heart. When you train, train with all your energy. When you speak with someone, give them your full attention. These acts may appear small, but they are powerful because they sharpen your focus and deepen your discipline. A single brick laid with care builds a wall that lasts for centuries. A single step taken with intention leads you down the path of destiny. Look at the great masters in any field, artists, warriors, thinkers, leaders. They did not become great by chasing rare opportunities. They became great because they honored the daily routine, the small repetitions, unseen practice. What the world sees as talent is often nothing more than the result of mastering small moments again and again until excellence became natural. Greatness is hidden in the ordinary. To despise the small moments is to despise the very foundation of greatness itself. The challenge, my friend, is that small moments often feel unimportant. It feels easy to let them slip away, telling yourself it is only 5 minutes, it is only today, is only this once. But the habit of wasting small moments becomes the habit of wasting life. If you cannot honor 5 minutes, you will not honor 5 hours. If you cannot master one day, you will not master a year. Discipline begins with the smallest units of time. So when you rise in the morning, begin by mastering the first moments of your day. Choose not to waste them. Fill them with clarity, with gratitude, with purpose. As the day unfolds, pay attention to how you use the moments in between tasks, the pauses, the transitions. Instead of letting them vanish into distraction, use them to breathe, to reflect, to return to your purpose. In this way, you transform wasted time into living time. Do not underestimate the power of a single choice, a single action, a single moment. Life is not waiting for you to seize the big opportunity. Life is waiting for you to master the moment that is already in your hands. And when you do, you will find that small moments, mastered again and again, lead to the extraordinary life you once thought was far away. My friend, excuses are the most dangerous thieves of time. They come dressed in logic, wrapped in comfort, and whispered softly in the language of self-protection. They tell you that today is not the right day, that you are not ready. The world must align before you take action. But every time you listen to an excuse, you surrender a piece of your future. Every excuse delays the life you could have built. To maximize your time, you must be ruthless with excuses, cutting them off the moment they rise, for they are the invisible chains that keep you bound. Excuses may seem harmless in the moment. You say, I am too tired, I will start tomorrow. You say, I do not have the right tools, the right support, the right conditions. You say, others are luckier, smarter, stronger. For a brief moment, the excuse comforts you. It gives you permission to stay where you are, to avoid the discomfort of discipline, to remain in the safety of inaction. But the comfort is short-lived. What follows is regret. The day passes, the chance fades, the time is gone, and the excuse remains the only thing you gained. When you eliminate excuses, you reclaim power. You stop handing your destiny to circumstances and take responsibility for your own life. This does not mean conditions will always be perfect. They never are. It means you act despite imperfection. It means you use what you have where you are and you move forward. Excuses say, wait for the right time. Discipline says, begin now. Excuses say, I cannot. Focus says, I will find a way. Excuses build walls. Action breaks them down. Think of the strongest individuals you have admired. They did not succeed because their lives were free of obstacles. They succeeded because they refused to accept excuses. They understood that obstacles are part of the path, not barriers to it. Chose to see challenges as training grounds, not as reasons to stop. When you live with this mindset, excuses lose their power. They appear, you no longer serve them. You rise above them. Excuses also come from fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. Fear disguised as an excuse is still fear. To eliminate excuses, you must face your fears directly. Ask yourself, what am I truly avoiding? What am I truly afraid of? Often you will see that the excuse was only a mask hiding the truth. When you uncover the truth, you can confront it. When you confront it, you grow stronger. Eliminating excuses is a daily practice. It requires honesty with yourself. Each time you hear the voice of delay whispering in your mind, stop and challenge it. Ask, is this an excuse or a reason? Excuses are walls built by the mind. Reasons are truths revealed by reality. A reason may pause you for a moment. An excuse will stop you forever. Learn the difference. If it is an excuse, cut it away. If it is a reason, find another path forward. Your time is too valuable to waste on the false comfort of excuses. Each moment you surrender to them is a moment you can never recover. Each time you rise above them, you sharpen your focus and strengthen your discipline. Slowly, excuses lose their hold and action becomes your natural response. My friend, freedom does not come from waiting for the perfect moment. Freedom comes when you eliminate excuses and choose to act in the moment you have. For in truth, there is no perfect time. There is only now, and the one who acts now is the one who masters time itself. My friend, life without structure is like a blade without a handle. It may have strength, but it cannot be controlled. Randomness consumes energy. You wake without a plan, you move without direction. You spend your hours chasing whatever appears in front of you, and at the end of the day, you wonder why nothing has been built. To maximize time, you must learn to build rituals, not randomness. Rituals create rhythm, and rhythm creates mastery. When you live by ritual, your days no longer control you, you control your days. A ritual is not merely routine. Routine is mechanical, but ritual is intentional. Routine is what people do without thought, but ritual is a chosen act of discipline that gives meaning to time. When you create rituals, you give your energy a pathway, you give your mind a signal, you give your life an anchor. For example, the way you begin your morning is not small, it is the foundation of your day. If you begin with chaos, the day becomes chaotic. If you begin with clarity, the day becomes focused. When you rise and practice a ritual of silence, gratitude, or training, you tell your mind and body, today I am prepared. Randomness, however, scatters energy. One day you wake early, the next day you sleep late. One day you work with intensity, the next day you procrastinate. One day you guard your time, the next day you waste it. Randomness builds no strength. It may feel flexible, but in truth it makes you weak. A warrior sharpens his blade every day, not once in a while. An artist paints daily, not only when inspired. A thinker reflects constantly, not only when it feels convenient. Ritual turns effort into habit and habit into character. The secret of rituals is not complexity, but consistency. You do not need long hours of discipline at once. What you need are small, unshakable practices that ground your day. A short time of meditation, a fixed time of study, a disciplined time of work, a sacred time of rest. When these rituals are built into your day, you no longer waste time deciding whether to act or not. The decision has already been made. Energy is saved and focus is sharpened. Consider the mind. Without ritual, it is easily distracted. It wanders, it hesitates, it resists. But with ritual, the mind begins to expect discipline. no longer asks whether to act, it knows action is required. This is how rituals eliminate hesitation. You no longer fight yourself every day. You simply act because the ritual has become part of who you are. Building rituals also means protecting them. Others will demand your time. Circumstances will test your discipline. Distractions will try to break your pattern. You must hold your rituals sacred, for they are the training ground of your destiny. When you say yes to your rituals, you say yes to your future. When you allow randomness to replace them, you give your power away. Do not think rituals make life rigid. On the contrary, they create freedom. When discipline holds the structure of your day, creativity flows more freely. When your body knows its training, it becomes stronger. When your mind knows its focus, it becomes sharper. Ritual is the soil that allows growth. Without it, you are scattered. With it, you are rooted. My friend, the difference between the one who drifts and the one who achieves is often not talent, not opportunity, not even intelligence. It is ritual. Small acts repeated with consistency build greatness. Randomness builds nothing but regret. So choose to build rituals that serve your purpose. Let them guide your mornings, your work, your thoughts, your rest. And soon you will see that by building rituals, you are building the very structure of your destiny. My friend, time is precious. Without energy, time is wasted. What use is a full day if your strength is gone, your mind is heavy, and your spirit is scattered? To maximize time, you must learn to guard your energy. Energy is the fuel that carries focus, the fire that sustains action, strength that allows you to turn intention into reality. Without it, hours pass in weakness. With it, minutes become powerful. To guard your energy is to protect the very essence of your life. Every day, you spend energy in more ways than you realize. Some is spent through your body, some through your thoughts, some through your emotions. Work demands it, people pull on it, distractions drain it. If you are careless, you will give your energy away to things that do not matter, and by the time you reach what is important, nothing is left. Guarding your energy means choosing carefully what deserves it. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every thought should be entertained. You must become a gatekeeper, deciding what enters and what leaves, for your energy is not infinite. When it is gone, no amount of wishing can bring it back. Guarding energy begins with the body. If the body is neglected, the mind will suffer and focus will collapse. Rest is not weakness, it is strength. Nourishment is not luxury, it is necessity. Training is not punishment, it is preparation. A sharp weapon must be cared for, oiled and kept ready, and your body is no different. Not wait until exhaustion destroys your focus. Build habits of care that restore your strength before it is broken. Sleep deeply. Move daily. Breathe fully. The energy of the body is the foundation of every other kind of energy. But guarding energy does not stop with the body. The mind is a furnace that burns constantly. If you feed it distractions, it will consume itself with endless noise. If you feed it negativity, it will weaken. But if you feed it discipline, silence, reflection, and clarity, it will grow stronger. Guard the thoughts you allow to live within you, for they are not harmless visitors. They are builders or destroyers of your energy. When your mind is focused, your energy flows like a steady river. When your mind is scattered, your energy leaks away drop by drop until nothing remains. There is also the energy of emotion. Anger, envy, resentment. These burn through your strength without building anything in return. Gratitude, patience, compassion. These expand your energy and bring renewal. Guard your heart as carefully as you guard your body. Do not let others steal your peace. Protect your joy from the grip of negativity. Choose to respond instead of react, to forgive instead of carry bitterness, go instead of holding tight, to what harms you. This is not softness, it is mastery. For the one who cannot guard his emotions will always be a prisoner of them. To guard your energy also means to create boundaries. You must know when to give and when to retreat. You must know who strengthens you and who drains you. Not all company is nourishment. People sharpen you, others weaken you. Guard your circle as you guard your time, because energy is contagious. The energy of those around you becomes your own. My friend, you cannot control the length of your life. You can control the strength of your life. Guard your energy and you will see how much more time reveals itself to you. Work will become lighter, focus will become clearer, and days will become fuller. For the one who protects his energy does not merely survive the hours, he multiplies them. And this is how true mastery of time begins. My friend, the strongest battles are not fought on the field, nor in the marketplace, nor in the arena, fought in the silent chambers of the mind. Every action begins as a thought. Every victory is born in the imagination. Every defeat starts with surrender within. If the mind is weak, even the strongest body will falter. If the mind is sharp, even the heaviest burdens can be carried. This is why the daily training of the mind is not a choice, but a necessity. Just as the body must be strengthened through practice, the mind must be disciplined through consistent training, for without it, time is wasted in confusion, hesitation, and fear. Training the mind daily does not mean flooding it with endless noise. It means carving out moments of clarity, sharpening it through silence, reflection, and deliberate focus. Too often, people allow their minds to wander like untrained horses, running wherever they wish, wasting energy and scattering attention. But when you train your mind, you take the reins firmly in your hands. You decide what thoughts are worthy of your energy. You refuse to allow the rest to remain. This is mastery. Not the absence of thought, but the presence of control. Each morning, begin by stilling the mind, whether in meditation, in breathing, in silence, or in prayer. Return your thoughts to order. This practice is like sharpening a blade before battle. Without it, you enter the day unprepared and every distraction cuts into you. With it, you enter the day ready and every distraction bounces off your focus. Training the mind is not about occasional effort, it is about repetition. Small acts of mental discipline, repeated daily, carve pathways in the brain that grow stronger with time. What once felt difficult becomes natural. What once scattered your focus now strengthens it. Guard what you feed the mind. What you watch, what you listen to, what you speak, and what you allow to remain in thought are the diet of your mind. If you feed it gossip, negativity, and doubt, it will become heavy and weak. If you feed it wisdom, reflection, and knowledge, it will grow sharp and steady. Just as the body cannot thrive on poison, the mind cannot thrive on corruption. Training the mind daily requires choosing carefully what enters. Training is not only about guarding, it is also about stretching. Push your mind into new places. Learn something difficult. Reflect on something deep. Solve problems without running away. Face discomfort without retreating. This strengthens mental endurance, so when life tests you with challenge, you do not collapse. Many people live only at the surface of their thoughts, never stretching beyond comfort, and so their minds remain soft. But the one who trains his mind daily builds resilience, and no storm can break him. The mind also grows sharper through discipline of attention. Practice focusing on one thing at a time. When you work, be fully present in work. When you rest, rest without guilt. When you listen, listen completely. This simple discipline of attention transforms ordinary moments into training grounds for mastery. A wandering mind wastes both energy and time. A disciplined mind multiplies both. My friend, training the mind daily is not about perfection. Thoughts will wander, distractions will come, weakness will appear. But training means returning again and again, choosing to bring your mind back into focus, no matter how many times it drifts. This is how strength is built, not by never falling, but by always returning. And slowly, what was once scattered becomes centered, what was once weak becomes unbreakable. If you master your mind, you master your time. For the mind that is trained daily sees clearly, acts decisively, and lives fully. The one who owns his mind is the one who owns his future. My friend, action alone is not enough. One burst of effort, one day of discipline, one moment of focus, these may feel powerful, but they do not build a life. The true strength of action is found in its repetition. Consistency is what transforms action into mastery. A seed watered once will not grow, but a seed watered daily will break the ground, rise to the sky, and bear fruit in its season. The same is true for your time, your discipline, your focus. One act of greatness means little if it is not followed by another and another. To maximize your time, you must learn not only to act, to repeat, to return, to continue until the habit is carved into your very being. Consistency does not demand perfection. It does not require that every day be flawless. It requires that you show up. It requires that when you fall, you rise again. It requires that you do not let failure break the chain. Many people begin with fire, but they fade when the fire grows dim. They start strong, they do not finish. The difference between those who achieve and those who only dream is not talent, it is not intelligence, it is not opportunity, it is consistency. Small, repeated actions carry more power than bursts of brilliance that vanish after a day of the body. One workout will not transform it, but steady training, even when the results seem invisible, slowly reshapes strength and endurance. Think of the mind. Reading one page will not sharpen it, but daily reflection, learning, and meditation transform it into a powerful tool. Think of character. One act of discipline does not build integrity, but repeated choices, aligned again and again with your purpose, forge a life that is unshakable. Consistency is the bridge between intention and transformation. Consistency is not easy because the mind loves variety and the body loves comfort. After the first excitement fades, resistance arrives. Task feels heavy, the progress feels slow, the temptation to delay grows louder. This is where most surrender. The one who masters consistency learns to act even without excitement, even without motivation, even without comfort. He understands that discipline is stronger than feeling, and action repeated in discipline creates results beyond emotion. To turn action into consistency, you must simplify. Do not overwhelm yourself with giant steps that you cannot sustain. Begin small, begin daily. Build a rhythm that is realistic and let it grow with time. A small habit, repeated faithfully, carries greater power than a grand act performed once. Consistency is like the beating of a drum. It may sound simple. It sets the rhythm of the entire song. Protect your consistency. Life will test it with interruptions, with distractions, with challenges that try to break your flow. You must prepare for these moments. Do not allow one missed day to become a week. Do not allow one weakness to become a pattern. The strength of consistency is not in never missing, but in always returning. You do not break the chain, you repair it quickly. My friend, look at nature. The sun rises every day, whether clouds cover it or skies are clear. The river flows without pause, whether watched or ignored. The tree grows slowly, unseen, until one day it towers above the ground. Nature is consistent, and that is why it endures. If you wish to endure, you must follow the same law. Action without consistency fades. Consistency without action does not exist. Together they create the foundation of greatness. So do not chase only the fire of inspiration. Chase the steady flame of discipline. Let your actions repeat until they become your identity. For when action becomes consistency and consistency becomes character, you will discover that time itself has become your ally, shaping you into the person you were meant to be. My friend, time is the greatest gift you have been given, and focus is the sharpest weapon you own. Do not scatter it on what is empty. Do not waste it on what is fleeting. Direct it with clarity, protect it with discipline, sharpen it with action, and sustain it with consistency. For in the end, your life is nothing more than the sum of the moments you choose to master. Each breath, each thought, each decision becomes the strokes with which you paint the canvas of your destiny. Do not let that canvas remain blank. Do not hand the brush to distraction or doubt. Take it firmly in your hand, and with focus, discipline, and consistency, create a life that stands as proof that your time was never wasted. The future does not belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who focus, act, who endure. Let that be you.